Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. Today we're talking about Kingdom 3, The Flame of Destiny. Alright, did reviews on the first two. Our main character here, he wants to be this great general. And this is his journey towards that goal. That's what I do like about this series. Is like usually, this kid, peasant, wants to be this great king or general or something. And at the end of the first movie, they're this general king, and then the other movies is how they rule or were as this king or general. And this one, I like how each movie he gets a little closer to his goal. Like the first movie, he's just a peasant. He's a really good fighter because he's been training, behind his owner's back because he's a slave. And then he gets the chance to serve the king, but he's just a elite soldier at the end of the movie. He's not his goal yet. And then in the second movie, he's moving a little bit further. He's just a common soldier in this great army. And by the end of the army, the end of the movie, he is now like a leader of a group of men. He's kind of like a sergeant or a lieutenant, something like that. He has this little posse. And number 3, it's the same thing. And I kind of feel like this movie, Kingdom 3, was basically a vehicle to get us to Kingdom 4. We get a lot of background on the king. We can finally kind of learn more about the king's past and how he became the king of the kingdom. And that's it's about a good portion of the first half of the movie. We see that there's a larger army coming to invade his kingdom. And, he has to set some, get some strategy going on how to defend his kingdom. Select a general to lead his great kingdom. And he ends up picking supposedly the greatest general ever to do this. And once he does that, then we get a little background on the king, how he was basically in another kingdom, hiding away, laying low, because people is out there trying to assassinate him. Once he comes back, he basically has to dodge assassination attempts. And it's pretty interesting. I kind of enjoyed that little background information about the king. I don't really like prequels. I don't really like when movies or TV shows do a lot of flashbacks. But I think this one's kind of necessary. Helps us get to understand and know the king a little bit better and his decision making and why he does the things that he does. Why he makes the decisions that he makes. I think he does a very good job of building his character up, getting us to know him a little better. Our main character throughout the 3 movies, he played kind of like a side role a little bit more, especially during the first half. But the second half of the movie, once we get the great battle going on, movie turns his focus more on him and his band of merrymen. Okay, that's not what they call him, the band of merrymen, but he's now in control of 100 men. They're a special elite group that the general's using to kind of be like the I guess they called it the arrow, the arrow into the night to kill the lead general. So if you're somebody who do like large epic battles, this is going to be the movie for you. There's a lot of large battle scenes in here. You got a lot of men fighting. I'm pretty sure a lot of them have to be CGI because they got like hundreds of thousands of people fighting. But then, once they get in there to the smaller individual battles, then you got like hundreds of people there. So kind of a lot of extras on the battlefield. And once you do see them fighting, I think they're very well choreographed. It does seem very chaotic, like they are in a real battle, what it would be like fighting back in the day. My only really concern, I guess, and I'm not a military student, right? I didn't study military. I don't read military books or anything like that. But did you go into like the minds of the generals on both sides of the army and what their strategies and stuff? They seem very basic. I guess they kind of kept them dumbed down for us average folks, for people like me that didn't really use like military words, but it's like, the right flank's gonna go here and the left flank's going to here. Oh, they're fighting on the right flank. You don't really know what to. It's like, I don't know. They kept it very basic and, like I said, very elementary. And so I'm like, well, would that really work? I'm kind of questioning, like trying to use my own personal logic, like the logic of these generals, that would really work. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I think that would work. And sometimes like, man, that's like stupid. And he's supposed to be like genius generals. But I'm just like, well, I'm enjoying the movie. I'll just go with the flow. I think this is kind of what the writers and directors kind of expect you to do, is just go with the flow, turn off your brains, and just enjoy what you're seeing on the TV. If you do that, I think you'll enjoy this movie. I'm going to recommend this with caution. I did enjoy the first two more in this movie. We got all our great characters from the first ones, like the first two movies. If you've seen them and you got all your favorites back into action in this one. And it's kind of like I said, if you haven't watched this movie, but you're trying to, this is the first time you ever heard about it, just seeing what Kingdom 3 is. If you're a video game player and you've ever played Dynasty Warriors, it's kind of like that, only it's on the video, only it's a movie. I mean, like that, you got your normal soldiers, but like the generals always seem like they have some kind of extra strength, extra ability that they have that your common soldier don't have. It's kind of like that kind of movie. Another weird thing about this, I'm not going to criticize it. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it's kind of different and weird. When I say weird, I'm not mean bad. Just different is that it's a Japanese movie, but they're talking about ancient China, which is pretty cool, I guess. But when you want to consider like the relations between the two countries and the bitter rivalry they have with each other because of historical events, it makes it kind of interesting. Let's just say interesting. But hey, you got all three. Actually, there's 4 Kingdom movies right now. I haven't watched the 4th Kingdom movie yet. I'll get to it eventually. But if you're interested, check it out. Especially if you like battles, you like the swords, and that kind of stuff. No magic, as far as I know. There's no magic being used. I said it won't be in the future in this kind of universe that they've built. I can see a possibility of somebody using magic because the generals do have either extra strength, some kind of extra speed, something that the other common man wouldn't have. But, it's a fun watch if you like military movies like that. And with a little bit of political stuff going on, I think this is the show for you. Hopefully you enjoy this. Check it out. It's on Netflix right now. Like I said, all 4 movies are. I don't know about number 4. Could be great. Could be terrible. Don't know. I'll find out in the future. Have a great day. Bye.